So even the 7th day, don't tell my patients na parang 7th day, wala na yan.
No.
It's
no.
not that
Not
significant
immediate.
na. But I always tell my patients, this is on the average, pag surgical procedure, 70% ng swelling, mawawala siya 10 to 14 days.
Okay.
The remaining 30% will gradually go down as time passes.
And then with that surgery, do they take any antibiotics or anything to lower down, immediate response sa swelling? Para mawala kagad yung swelling?
Okay, ako personal opinion ko lang to, ano? And this is backed by
Depending on the doctor, I
yeah,
guess,
by
or just
by the
surgeon.
healing, by what happens during the healing, no?
Yeah.
So sa akin pagka nag-opera ako, usually the first 3 days I give the pain relievers continuously. No? Pag nagtanong, "Dok, hindi masakit, pwede ba ako hindi uminom?" Pwede, pero may benefit siya kasi anti-inflammatory rin yung pain reliever.
The swelling
Oo.
immediately goes down.
So
Or
ayaw
nakakatulong
nating
sa swelling.
ayaw nating mamaga yung pasyente ng sobra. So you try to taper it during the first 3 days na papaakit yung swelling.
Yeah.
And then 4th day onwards, that's when I recommend na as needed na lang. Kasi
Alright.
pababa na yung swelling.
So that's for the antibiotics.
No, that's for the pain reliever.
The pain reliever.
Yeah.
So no antibiotics.
Antibiotic, well, theoretically, the face, sa mukha natin, facial surgery is maganda yung vasculature, no? Maraming procedures dyan, low chance for infection.
Okay.
Pero pag inisip mo, sa loob ng bibig natin, yung mouth natin, isa sa pinakamaduming parts ng face yan. Meron dyan bacteria na nakatira.
True.
Okay.
All
So,
of us.
yeah.
Kahit mag-toothbrush ka pa.
Alright. So, you want to be giving some sort of antibiotic para ma-prevent mo kung
From
ano yung
any
pwedeng mangyaring
infections.
infection. Oo.
Yes.
So, I don't see any harm in giving antibiotics for a week. No? Para naman ma-prevent mo yun from happening. Kasi pagka nagkaroon ng infection, medyo mas mahirap, mas komplikado, mas prolonged ang healing. No?
Yes,
So,
mas
bigyan mo na
matagal
lang
ang
ng
downtime.
antibiotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, going back, sabi mo kanina, yung age has to be 40 pababa.
That's my opinion.
Now, what is the lowest age na pwedeng magpa-buccal fat? Buccal or buccal fat removal?
Well, since this is an aesthetic procedure, sa akin naman kasi dito, develop na yun pag adult ka na.
It's a surgery.
Oo.
It's a surgery,
Right.
right? So when do you say it's an adult? 18 years old?
Yeah. Ako sa akin, pagka mature na yung katawan niya, hindi yung utak niya. Yung katawan niya.
Matagal ang utak niya.
Right. Oo.
Depende sa tao.
So, pwede na natin siyang gawa ng procedure na yun.
Okay.
So, when you do aesthetic procedures early, ang maganda sa kanya is that you get to enjoy the results for a longer period of time. Kasi mas maaga mo pinagawa eh.
Yeah.
Okay, so kung meron ka ng concern na yon, after yung paggawa yung procedure, nag-recover ka, edi wala na yung concern mo. Wala na yung problema mo.
Yeah,
So
that's
there's
true.
that.
That's
Okay.
true.
Pero syempre, ayaw naman natin gawin ito sa mga minors kasi
No.
kailangan mo pa ng parental consent, ng mga ganyan, no?
Yeah.
And habang nagde-develop pa yung
Tsaka
katawan
pain
nila,
threshold nila, hindi natin alam eh.
oo, lalo na kung bata yon.
Yeah.
So hindi mo naman gustong gawin ito sa pediatric patient. Huwag naman ganun.
Huwag ganun.
Masyadong
Anyhow,
intense. Oh.
Okay, so what would you say the advantage and disadvantage of having it removed and not removed? As a surgeon,
That's like a tricky question. Kasi kung may indication ka, tapos tinanggal mo, may benefit.
hindi, tsaka
pagka
for
hindi wala ka-
aesthetic procedures, for if you wanted to improve how you look, I guess that's one advantage.
Okay. So, kung ano yung offer niyang benefit sa'yo. No? So, kung prominente
Depende
yung
sa
cheeks
tao.
mo, di ba, sinasabi nila, uso yung parang gusto nila, parang hugis bigas.
Dati.
Yeah, but
Pero
that
ngayon
is
uso ang panga.
mas prominenteng panga.
Yes.
Kung mas prominenteng
Mas
panga ka,
uso
dadagdagan
ngayon
mo
yun.
yun, hindi mo babawasan.
True.
Oo,
True.
no?
Pero wag naman yung para kami siopaw dito.
Right, yun nga eh.
Diba? Yung meron kang dito.
So, I think yung mas mapanga na sinasabi nila is the definition on the jawline,
Yeah, the contour.
not the prominence of the
No,
cheeks.
not the cheeks. But
I don't
the
think
contour.
anyone wants na parang mukha kang chipmunk.
Buti na lang, meron
Hindi
may
naman.
pangako na gano'n.
Right. Ako wala. So anyway, going back doon sa sa benefits niya. If you have prominent mid to lower face, dahil nandyan yung buccal fat natin, no? Mawawala yung prominence or mababawasan siya.
Okay.
Babawasan
So,
siya.
I guess from my experience, I've done some patients na nag-mesolipo. You
Okay.
just get to try to melt the fats here.
Okay.
But yung iba kasi parang they're saying na bakit bumalik? Kasi sa buccal fat or buccal fat removal, it's already surgery. You really have removed that fat pads,
Okay.
right? As compared to mesolipo, you tried to melt it, but the
Okay.
the fat pads are still there. Tama ba ako?
Sige, ganito siya. We go back to our discussion earlier
Yeah.
on what makes the face or the cheeks prominent. So we did mention subcutaneous fat, yung superficial fat. Meron tayong buccal fat. Meron tayong muscle. Okay. So when you do mesolipo, what are you actually targeting? Di ba it's the superficial fat? It's the subcutaneous fat.
Subcutaneous fats.
Oo.
You cannot really melt the
Okay.
fat pads with mesolipo.
Right. Kahit na ikaw ay nagpa-BFR, pwede bang lumaki ito? Pwede. Kasi storage cells yung subcutaneous fat. Pagka bumigat yung timbang mo, pwedeng maging prominent siya ulit.
Correct.
Even if nagpatanggal ka ng buccal fat, pwedeng lumaki yung cheeks mo dahil doon sa subcutaneous fat. So, yun ang isa sa mga concerns. Parang, lumiit na to dati.
Even if pa-RF mo pa siya.
Right. Lumiit na dati to, bumalik ulit.
Yes.
Okay. So, the reason for that is, pagka nagpapagawa tayo ng aesthetic procedure, lalo na something to do with manipulation of fat, removing it, melting it, no? Ang kailangan maintindihan ng mga pasyente natin or mga client natin is that you get to keep the result, but you have to maintain your weight. Kasi yun yung tricky question na tatanungin nila, Doc, permanent na ba to? Hindi na ba to babalik ever?
Alin yung buccal
Okay,
fat? Yung
buccal fat, when you remove it, hindi siya babalik.
It's permanent.
It's a permanent procedure. Ganyan. Theoretically, there are literature, mga pwede natin mabasa or ma-research. Ang sinasabi nila, merong iba nagsasabi literature dyan, 20 years in, babalik. Okay? But by then, di mo na kailangan kasi 14 above ka na nun eh.
You don't need it.
Pawala na siya ulit.
You don't need it.
Okay. But in actual cases, I've never actually seen a patient na buccal fat removal, tapos nagpumilit siya magpa-opera, tapos meron pa rin ako nakita. Usually, it's just the stump.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I've never actually seen it in practice na parang, Dok, please tanggalin mo ulit. Okay, sabihin ko sa
Kinda
kanya,
rare, I think.
hindi yan bumabalik.
Yeah,
Pero,
that's what I thought as well.
right. Pero pagka sasabihin ko sa kanila na ganun, you're not advised ng BFR ulit. Pero gusto pa rin niyang patingin, sige na, please tingnan mo siya.
So basically,
Okay.
Doc, sinasabi mo for buccal fat removal, it's already permanent once it's removed. And then when you gain weight or whatever, it's not fats. It's not the fat pads.
It's a fat
the
pad.
subcutaneous. So now, ang sinasabi nga ng iba, bakit lumiliit ang katawan ko pero yung buccal fat ko hindi lumiliit? Because at the end of the day, it's a different kind of fatty layer. Right? Tama?
Magkaiba siya.
Magkaiba siya. So it has to be removed kung gusto mong lumit ang mukha mo kasabay ng katawan mo.
Well,
Tama.
it doesn't mean that ito lang yung pwede mong gawin.
Hindi naman. Hindi naman.
But it helps.
Yeah.
So, yun ang answer
Kasi
dun sa
for-
bumabalik ba or hindi.
For those who cannot really, who are scared of surgery, and of course, they could have the mesolipo and then the RF or the HIFU on their lower cheeks, right? They could have that. There's a results as well. But rest assured na babalik.
Okay, babalik siya kung nag-gain
Kasi-
ka ng weight.
Yeah, kasi
Right.
nag-gain ka ng weight. At of course, it's a subcutaneous fat.
Right.
But as compared to those na nagpatanggal, then wala na siya. So those are just the difference.
Wala na yung buccal fat.
Wala na yung buccal
Wala
fat.
na yung buccal
Yun.
fat.
But still, on your body, iba yung fatty layer na yun.
Right.
For those who are conscious and wants, what would I say, a different look on their cheeks, would you
More
advise?
polished look.
More polished. Would you advise na patanggal? And if so, mahal ba siya?
Okay.
And if so, ilang araw as we have discussed the downtime. And would they be satisfied? Matutuwa ba sila pag tinanggal yun? Kasi sometimes yung iba na, hindi pala ako maganda, di ba?
Oh,
And yet,
ngayon,
pinatanggal mo na. So, paano?
So, ganito
Paano yun?
yan, no? So, maraming critical factors without answering all those questions, no?
True.
So, the first thing that you should do is a good consultation first.
Yes.
Know what's
always.
going to happen,
Always.
no? And then, buccal fat removal has gotten a bad rap because of the premature aging issue,
Yeah.
no? But,
It's the result sometimes.
yun nga,
The
kailangan
premature
timbangin mo
age.
siya. You have to weigh these options,
Oo,
and then
oo.
if meron kang indication, it can be the one procedure for you to address your concern.
And ask all your questions dun sa doctor. Like, what would happen? How does it look on me? And what's gonna be the complications on my end? Para
Right.
wala kang regrets.
Oh, and by the way, this is not the one of the procedures na sobrang mahal.
Hindi nga.
Hindi siya sobrang mahal
hindi siya
ipagawa.
ganun kamahal. It's not
Oo.
that expensive kasi lower cheeks lang naman yan.
Oh, tsaka minor procedure.
It
no?
is. It is. Anyhow, so we'll be having another topic next time.
Right.
On our podcast. So hopefully to have everyone again listening to us or watching us. So next time, Doc, hopefully we could hear from our listeners or viewers na kung meron silang gustong pag-usapan natin,
Yes.
they just have to comment down below.
Comment down below.
Yeah, comment down below. Let us know what are your concerns and what do you want us to discuss, and we will try to discuss it next episode.
Once again, this is Dr. Cuevas.
And this is Doc De Ramos. This is Reverse Aging Podcast. Tara, let's glow together.